since 89, my dad has been running a workshop. So you can say that I was born in a workshop itself. And since childhood, I was always fond of tinkering around toy cars and bikes and stuff like that. So as I got older, I started getting more and more into motorcycles. Then I shifted to racing, and then I realized, okay, there is a huge gap in the quality that is being provided, even for premium motorcycles and premium bikes. So something needs to exist in the market which can fulfill that gap. So the idea of unleaded care came from there. So what we plan to achieve is provide reasonable rates, because the labor in India is so cheap. So that's why the rates can really should be affordable, even for bikes such as which cost upwards of 15-20 lakhs. And at the same time, should not compromise on the kind of quality that we provide, and using the best tools that we have at our disposal. So these are the three parameters that we have set for ourselves, and every single day is one way or the other we try to achieve all these three goals. So that's the whole agenda behind unleaded care, and that's the whole vision of what we want to achieve. So first of all, the problems in setting up the workshop kind of minimized for me, because the workshop has been set up and running since a long time. So I just needed to make some changes. So I was very fortunate on that part. But when I came into the trade at that time, there are a couple of things that I saw were lacking. First is the provisions of quality tools. Second was ease of access and transmission of information to the customer. So normally whenever there is a trade name and then there is a sticker name, or a label that comes along with any kind of part or a service. So the kind of name that mechanics use, you won't find it anywhere on the web, or you won't be able to Google it and see what it means. So it's very hard for a customer to translate that information down to what you can what something that is easily understandable. So we wanted something which the customer can access at any given point of time. Customer can access the bill and the description and would be able to understand it. Plus, at the same time, we would be so in old days we used to keep a booklet per se of every single customer. So now we have been running the workshop since '89. So we have a customer database of over 4,300 customers. So close to 4,500, 5,000 must be right now. So, and every single customer we used to maintain, every single car of a customer we used to maintain this booklet. So a service, the complete service history of that car, that particular car, would be available at us or the customer at any given point of time, or would be in the car. So we wanted something like that, but in a digital form. So we were looking for cloud specific softwares, and that is when we stumbled upon Garage Plug. And third thing is obviously affordability. We won't be able to stick to our motto of providing affordable service if our suppliers themselves were not affordable for us and at a reasonable price for us. So that is the reason why Garage Plug came to mind. Is the prices were pretty reasonable, given that all your information stays in cloud, plus there is inventory management. So there's nothing of sorts like you have 50 oil. There is a lot of inventory to manage when it comes to or running a multi-brand workshop. That's why inventory management feature came useful. Plus also the exporting data for tally, and then providing GST to providing the bills for GST to the CA. That was also a huge part which provided a relief for us, so that our chartered accountant does not have to get used to some other software. We can just export this data and mail it to him, and within half an hour he'll be able to be ready to pay for the GST. So that turnaround time is kind of quicker for us. So that is the reason why. And tally and inventory management were one of the two main selling features, apart from the price. when it came to Garage Plug for us. Also, one more thing I would like to mention is basically now I think you have rolled out a new feature where you click on the link, you see the status of the vehicle. So that is very useful. Earlier it was like there was a link of the invoice or there was a link of a PDF. Now you have this web page where you can see the progress of the vehicle and payment process and everything. The customers here are not that advanced yet, so we had to take a step back from the payment gateway. But apart from that, I think all the other features that you guys roll out day and every single update has been proven really useful. So thanks a lot for that. And that is also one more thing that I was coming to is like constant you keep on updating the software constantly. You're not like, okay, we have a good product, so let's settle down with it. So that is something that I appreciate as well. It'll be a Sunday or let's be late night, I get a reply within 5 minutes, and that has been great so far. So you have this sense of feeling like normally what happens, and especially when we are like two cities apart, close to like 1,000 kilometers apart, at that time communication is very restrictive. So being able to be in touch with someone who's providing you service, that's a huge bonus for me. I mean, any problem that I have, it's solved in like 10-15 minutes, even if it's like a server down, server issue, or something like that. It's usually solved in 5 to 10 minutes. Any feature that I want to get implemented, and if it's a easy enough thing, then it gets implemented in like a day or so. So recently, my customers were getting confused regarding the GST price breakdown. So they were in under the impression that they are getting GST charged twice. So I just asked to simplify that problem, and that was done in a day with no extra charge. So that is something that I really enjoyed and really liked about the support team as well. And I personally feel that there is kudos. The support team deserves a lot more kudos for keeping up such a high standard for themselves, as well as helping us out in every single nook and cranny of the software. Like even if I'm not able to find something, I just have I just message them on this thing itself. Like in the app itself, there is a chat window, so I just message in the chat, and I get a response in 5 minutes on where to find it. So I've become that lazy. They have made me that lazy.